Hey friends, Megan Martin here, and today I am so excited to walk you through how to create a quiz for your website using Interact. Interact reached out to me a few months ago, and I was really excited to test out their quiz builder. It is so super simple to use. They have tons of templates, you guys, that you can easily pull from. Or you can even create a whole custom quiz yourself, and it's very, very simple to embed in your website. So I'm just going to kind of get going and show you this. This is my dashboard right here. I'm going to show you exactly how to create a quiz. You can use this button right here to create a new quiz, and it will prompt you to go with a template, or you can create from scratch. If you click template, you'll see Interact has tons of templates already pre-built as a part of the whole shebang. You can see all of the different categories, blogging, career, coaching, business, beauty, automotive. You can really create a quiz about anything. It doesn't have to just be about business or blogging. It could be about, really anything that you can think of, you can create a quiz for. And Interact has so many templates for you to kind of see examples, and you can also look on their blog. They have tons of examples from other businesses and brands who use quizzes in their marketing strategy as well. But you can see, you can find out what different types of quiz templates they have, from assessments to personalities to scores, score type quizzes. There's so many options here. Now, I'm not going to create a quiz right now because I've already done it, but I just wanted to show you the different options that you can look through. I'm going to show you what it looks like to be inside of the quiz. So this is a quiz that I created just a week ago or so now, and it is all about helping my tribe find out how well their website converts, how well their website leads a potential customer all the way through to the sale, and that is something that I'm using as an opt-in magnet right now to help grow my list of potential future customers for our lineup of show website templates that's going to be launching very soon. So all of our content right now is really heavily focused on websites, how to design a website, how to make sure you design a website that's not just pretty but also converts. So this is what this quiz is about, and it's a really fun, engaging way to just draw in people who are interested in making sure that they have a website that is set up to convert. So this is already done. I started from a template within Interact, and then I tweaked the questions and added my own questions and added my own content in order to make it really my own quiz. So you can come into edit, and in Interact, it's very, very simple. It's all it prompts you to do anything and everything that has to do with creating your quiz, from branding to creating the questions to integrating it with your email server to embedding it and sharing it either on your website or across social media. So let's just click into questions and results, and you'll see it all pulls up into the same dashboard to build your quiz. So this is what my quiz looks like. Here, let me pull back up to here to the cover. This is, say if I were to share this quiz on social media, it would look like this. This is what they call the quiz cover, and it is the title. You can title your quiz, add an image, you can add some copy to sort of give a clue to your potential lead about what they're getting into, and then a call to action button to start the quiz. That's what the cover looks like within Interact. It looks really pretty. It gets the job done. You can see you can create results. I'm using a quote-unquote personalities quiz for my current quiz. It basically is saying that once they answer all of the questions, it's going to tally up it's going to basically like average the scores they get based on the results that I map out for my questions. And I'll show you that in a second. And whichever result they get the most answers correlated to, that's how they get their end result. So we've got 3 different results for my quiz, and you can edit the result title, the images, what the content of your result is, as well as if you want to send them anywhere at the end of taking your quiz, you can give them a call to action there as well. You can see questions look like this. They can be either image driven, which Interact actually has a blog post that talks about how image-driven questions are highly converting. So they see more quizzes completed if they have at least 1 or more questions like this that are image-driven, if that makes sense. I'll show you a text-only question. This is a text-only question. So these questions can do a couple things. They can, number one, you can learn about your audience from your questions. Not every single question has to correlate to an end result. So let me explain this to you. You can click on Edit Results, and you'll see like you can map out your results to, or your questions to the results of your quiz, or you can leave them blank. And so there are some questions in my quiz that are actually not mapped out to results. It's because they're more about getting to know my audience. So I want to know very specific things about my audience to make sure that that the content that I create resonates with them. So some of the questions are more relationship building in terms of why they are asked, but some are absolutely about creating a result for the quiz. And those you can create, you can correlate the answer to the result. So that way, obviously, at the end of the quiz, they do get the result that makes the most sense for the answers that they answered. Sorry, the questions that they answered. So that shows you how to build the questions. Again, I started from a template and then I started adding my own questions, especially those relationship building questions. I added those in myself after the fact. Once you get all your questions done, you get your answers done, and you create results for your quiz, Interact will honestly prompt you through all of this. Once you do that, you can integrate your quiz with your email client. I use ConvertKit, but really you can use any of them, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, whatever. Interact does link up with quite a few email clients, but you can also use a Zapier if you need, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but you can also integrate with a Zap in order to connect to your email client if you need to. The awesome thing about, let me see, you can map your quiz data to your email list. So the good thing obviously about Interact is that it does create, it does generate leads, so it does help you grow your email list. But if you really want to get fancy with it, you can use it to segment your email list as well. So you can see with integration, I've connected to ConvertKit. You can see my results. Based on what result you get with my quiz, you can segment them in your email list. So instead of having every single person who takes my quiz and just dump them into my email list all under one roof, I actually have segmented them out. So I have 3 different levels of results. So I call them level 1, level 2, level 3. And so I can see on the back end, let me show you, hold on, should have pulled this up before, sorry y'all. Let me log into ConvertKit. I can show you on the back end how I have different forms. So I have web quiz level 1, level 2, and level 3 right here in ConvertKit. And that helps me to keep track of not only who took the quiz and where they and their information in ConvertKit, but also what result they got at the end of their quiz. And that is going to help me when I create future content to make sure that I'm creating content that is really personalized and relevant to where that person is at in relation to the content of my quiz. So specifically for mine, it's all about website design and whether or not your website is converting. Does your website help you actually make a sale in your business? I'm not going to talk about I'm not going to talk to somebody who needs a lot of help in terms of making sure their website is built for conversion the same way that I'm going to talk to somebody who is more advanced and understands more advanced conversion topics like sales psychology and conversion copywriting. Those are two different levels of business owners when it comes to making a sale. So I want to make sure that I create content that's really relevant and that's helpful for any of my subscribers. So that is a really helpful tool that you can do in Interact, is segment out your list so that way you can really deliver personalized content to them. You can also segment out based on answers. So those relationship building questions, or really any question that you may have, if you choose to, you can actually segment your entire quiz out based on answers, if that would be helpful for you as well. For this quiz, I just did it based on results, but I can see, you can see the answers and analytics of who's answering what and what the percentages of your quiz takers are, what they are answering. So I can see, do I have 20% of people who are just starting out as a business owner, or 11% who have been in this for a long time. So you can kind of see this in the analytics, and I'll show you that. You can choose how many fields you want to ask for before they sign up for your email list at the end of the quiz. So I usually do first name and email address, but if you need more, you can edit all of this within Interact. And you can also test to make sure that it is actually working with your email client, because if you're using this to generate leads for your email list, you definitely want to make sure it works before you hit go. You can also edit the branding. You can upload a logo if you want to your quiz. You can edit the styles. You can edit the background color, the font color, the button color, all of this. You can edit the font type. It uses Google Fonts, so if your brand has a Google font, that's a great thing to use to kind of keep the visual identity of your branding cohesive. The font that I use is not actually a Google font, so I use one that's very similar, and it's just clean, and that's the thing that I really stress about this. Make sure the font is just super clean, so that it doesn't cause a distraction or get in the way for somebody who is landing on it. Okay, so let me see. You can also enable social sharing if you want. So that way people can share the results on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn. So all those really viral quizzes that you see going around where people share their results, this is basically what you can create with Interact as well. So that kind of shows you how to edit your quiz. The way that you embed it is you share and embed right here. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I didn't change anything with all that bouncing around. Excuse me. I don't think I have changed anything. Alright, I don't think I did. Like, don't want to this is like published, so I don't want it to, I don't think, I don't feel like I did, but you never know. Okay, I'm just going to go for it. So you publish, you're going to publish changes, and then you're going to come to share and embed, and this little pop-up is going to appear, and it's going to say, how would you like to promote your quiz? And you're going to embed in your website or landing page. These are all the options, so you don't have to do it this way, but this is the way that that I did it in my current quiz. You can use it as a pop-up, you can use it as an announcement bar on your website, you can set up a Facebook ad for your quiz, or you can embed it or get a direct link to your quiz. I select embed, and it pulls up these options. I auto resize, I disabled that. I just want it to have it the size that I design it to be. Embed, I chose fixed size. Mobile devices, I did embedded, that way it is designed the way that I created it. And cover page, I actually disabled the cover page because I wanted to design my own cover page. So let me show you again. And this is where you can copy your code to your clipboard. I'm going to show you specifically how to do this for Show It. So if you have another website, if you have a WordPress website, these oh, okay, so this is telling you can use a plugin for WordPress. You can download this plugin for WordPress, but I use Show It, and even though Show It integrates with WordPress, in order to put it on your Show It website, you would use the iframe capability to embed it. So you would copy this code to clipboard, but I want to show you that I actually created my own cover page. So remember when we were back here, let me go to edit. You can see that cover page. It's talking about if you want to use this exact cover page for your quiz. Now, I wanted to create my own landing page for my quiz and not use Interact's landing page, so that is why I disabled that in the settings for share and embed. If you want to use Interact's cover page and not have to do all of this design work yourself, you can totally do that. So I created a cover page. This is a plus site within Show It. I designed this landing page, and this call to action button takes you to another page, which is where I'm embedding the quiz. And in Show It, you would just embed, or you would hit the add embed code basically, and you put your iframe code right here in the embed info on the right hand side, and then you go to custom code and you would add in that snippet of code right here and update custom code. I'm going to X that out because I already have that. So that's how you can put it into your Show It website. So I hope that was helpful. It really is super easy. Interact has help docs to get you going. Their blog is really informational and has tons of articles on how to create a quiz, how to create a quiz that is going to convert really well. They have examples from other business owners that are using quizzes, and they have articles on how to create ads with your quizzes, and lots of really helpful just tips and advice on designing and creating your quiz. So I would definitely check out their blog. But I hope that was helpful in giving you a peek on how Interact works. And if you have any questions, of course, please pop a comment in, and I will either get with Interact or answer you as soon as I can. So I can't wait to see what quiz you create with Interact.